Hello, welcome to our live streaming. Kantahan na naman tayo, guys, because it's Saturday. Honey, thank you. As always, there. Just wait, I'm gonna put ads our video. So many there. Smile, an everlasting smile. Hindi ka pa nga kumakanta ads sa suitability na. Kalukuhan nitong si YouTube, oo. Bakit ngayon ka lang? Si Samira. Thank you for coming in. Kamusta? Kantahan tayo, sis. Hindi ka rito, kantahan tayo. Yung title mo, anong tawag nun? Hindi ka pa kumakanta ng karaoke, ads suitable na agad. Kaloka naman si YouTube, oh. Bakit ganon naman? May patalastas ba, sis? Weak signal, sis, nakatabi ako ngayon sa bintana. Kasi may one bar sa may... Ah, okay. No problem. Updated na ngayon si YT. Kung updated siya, bakit yung ano ko, yung ano ba yun? Yung sayaw ko kanina, nag-request ako ng ano, ng review, hindi pa niya sinasagot. Kasi weekend, nakalimot ako weekend pala. Basta Saturday sa Sunday, hindi siya hindi siya nagre-response. May talastas ba? Walang harang, sis. Bakit ngayon? Mag-ano ka rin, sis? Refresh nga ako. Tignan ko nga kung mayroon. Wala pang kanta. Kanta, title pa lang yan, ha? Title pa lang ay wala nang harang. My goodness, si Lolo talaga, oo. Mayroon naman dito, sis. 3 minutes. Pero unsuitable na talaga agad ang nilagay sa akin. Kasi alam niya kantahan eh. Refresh mo, sis, baka mayroon na. Kasi kabubukas lang. Eh, alam mo naman si Lolo, pagbubukas hindi masyadong ano, kahit naka-sit up already, yung on na, yung monetization ba? Pag pumasok ka agad, wala pa talagang ads. Kasi ka-on. Baka wala may signal kaya di ako makita harang. Labas ka tapos pasok ka ulit. Ba't kumanta ka ng Broken Hearted? Fixing a broken heart. Anyari sa'yo? Mukhang humuhugot ka ngayon ah. Si Samira. Hugotera ngayon si sis. Pero gusto ko yung mga TikTok mo. Do you want to see how to dance? Ano yung gusto ko yun? Yung cha-cha? Cha-cha ba yun o lambada? Oh, yeah, lambada. Tararararam, tarararam, tarararam. It's just a song, Sisi. I don't mean anything on that song. Okay. Kala ko may problema na naman. Kasi kumanta na naman ng Fixing na Broken Heart. Wala pala yon. Maulan pa rin ba yan sa inyo? Still raining there? Yan, ngayon lang huminto yung ano, yung ulan, guys. Dito sa amin. But still, still rain shower. Hindi na diretso. Unlike yesterday. Straight raining yesterday. Marunong ko nga sumayaw eh. Ikaw talaga. Lagi mong sinasabi may talent kang sayaw. Nakikita ko eh. Malambot din naman ang katawan mo, sis. Kaya mo din yan. O, diba? Kimbot-kimbot lang. Practice more. Hanggang sa makuha. Paraiso. Okay na, na-fix na, sis. Ayan, that was my recorded video last few weeks. Halos abutin ako ng maghapon, kaka-practice. Really? Pag nag-practice ka ng TikTok, talagang abutin ka ng isang oras minsan. Lalo pag medyo, medyo mahaba-haba. Yung mga lip sync. Hey, welcome to my live streaming. Yung mga lip sync na words, yung kanta, yung mga salita ba? Yun ang mahirap, mga drama-drama. Yung mahugot-hugot. Madali akong masundan, pero yung exactly talaga na yung pagkabigkas niya, doon ako nahuhuli. Kung hindi naman, nauuna ako. Pero madali akong makamemorize. Matigas talaga katawan ko, sis. My body is like a bamboo. No, you're not a bamboo body. Sabi mo lang yan, ay napapansin ko nga medyo alambot naman yung katawan mo, kaya mo naman sumayaw ng ano, ng mga ibang sayaw. O, di ba? Saka yung pinost mo yung sino yun? Yung bago ngayon? Nagano ka ba yung bago ngayon? Si Andrea Torres ba yun? Mukha pala ni Andrea Torres yun. Yung naka-wear ng si Tempo ba yun? Si Tempo? Yung colorful yung uniform niya. Basic yung dress. Tapos may sombrero. Blue and yellow. Mary's Vlog, thank you so much, Mary's Vlog. Maraming salamat. Kamusta? Si Andra Torres pala yung may-ari ng yung mukha na yun. Sabi ko, hindi naman si Samira. Iba namang mukha. Akala ko, body shape, body lang yung mukha. Mukha ng nagda-dance. Yung, halimbawa, ikaw yung nagka-copy. Hindi pala. Lahat pa rin para sa kanya, hindi nagbabago yung mukha. Kung tititigan mo, parang ikaw yung nag-video sa sarili mo, pero pag na-upload na, yun, yung pa rin yung bagong, yung mata pa, yung mukha pa rin niyang nakikita. Hello, sis Mary's Vlog. Ngayon yun, yung colorful ang damit. Yes. Yung Tempo ang apps na yun. Pero may bayad within 3 days lang trial. Ang dami nagsisi. I have seen na they are complaining, yung trial hindi nila nababasa. Panay sayaw-sayaw, doon pala nababawas na yung mga Gcash nila. Sabi niya, putik. Putik naman, oh. Hindi ko alam na may hanggang 3 days lang pala to. Pero mo, pasayaw-sayaw sila tapos may notice si Google na 625 successful payment. Welcome to our live streaming. With pay pala yun. Kaya pala, yes, with pay yun, sis. After 3 days, 3 times trial. Hindi days. Pag 3 beses ka nang gumamit sa loob ng, ng isang araw, sulit mo na, yun. Next na mag-upload ka, may bayad na yun. Yes, that is a happen in Tempo, guys. If you didn't read the direction first before you dancing there, they will deduct your payment on Google. Lalo pag nakakonect ka ng especially if you are connected on your YouTube salary. Mga PayPal, mga ganon, doon nila nababawas. PayPal, GCash. Basta may apps ka ng from the Google payment. They will deduct. Kaya sabi nila, ganun pala yun. Hindi ka kasi nagbabasa, sabi ng mga comment. Enjoy na enjoy daw mag-TikTok, oh. Using the Timpo. And there is a payment pala. Daming nagsisisi nga eh. I have seen that doing I have seen on Facebook, they are posting. They said, wala stick tong Timpo na to. Maganda yung Timpo daw, pero you have to pay. And you must turn off your, what do you call that, your free mint, or your free pala, after you use it the 3 times. I don't know, 3 times or 3 days. Basta nga alam ko, ganun. Eh, hindi nila alam yung iba, mag-turn off, mag-cancel ba. So, akala nila may free pa rin. Meron sis after 3 days. Hindi ko alam kung after 3 days, you can search it, Tempo apps. May nakasulat dun, trial 3 days or 3 times lang ang gamit. Kaya yung iba hindi na nag-uulit kasi may bayad. Ano lang, they are using only the free. Continue kasi yung mga iba eh. Do you want to continue these apps? They click the continue. Yung pala may bayad na. Oh my gosh. Hindi nila alam cancelin. Kaya continue lang sila. Hello, welcome to our live streaming. Maraming salamat. Kamusta ang buhay natin dyan? Still raining. Pero mahina yung rain dito. Not too strong. Normal lang na ulan. Pabugso-bugso ba? Thank you for loving me. How is the others up, Sisi? Samira? Maybe you are paying also. If you are doing like download in TikTok, we must read, guys. Uso nga ngayon eh. Ang anong tawag nun? It's nice because of the outfit, attractive, and simple. Saka napakaikli. Within 15 seconds only, I think, or 10, something like that. Baka wala pa nga eh, 15 seconds lang. Eh, hindi ka naman monetize yun, 15 seconds lang. Dapat almost. O, diba? Dapat magdagdag ka para ma-monetize or there is a ads. Di mo rin nabasa yun, sis? Mary's Vlog, Lika, kanta tayo. Because it's Saturday today. We are enjoying our life. It's weekend. Nagpapakasaya tayo sa Amerika, hindi. They are, they are, anong tawag nun? Yung parang nagluluksa sila sa 9/11. Yung bombing, hijack, mga ganun. Parang, it's holiday for them. Oh, you are in the work. Hey, Bruce Davis, welcome in. Good morning to you. How are you? Bruce Davis, come on, let's sing. Sing. Eh, mga free lang ha, okay. Who wants to come up on the chat, you are welcome. We just sing. Did you try the app sa Sisi Samira? Yung voice change. May voice change apps yun ah. Free naman yata yun, pero hindi ko pa ano yun. I don't know how to. I have seen only on Google. Or playlist, I mean. Playlist. Voice change. Pag kumakanta ka, parang ano, seems like a V8. Pero this one is apps for the phone already. Thank you for silip guys. Sis Rina, watched your video yesterday for lunch. Then seen one from Thursday. Oh, thank you so much for watching, brother. I have a new upload again, guys. Unboxing. Nag-unboxing ako. I have a unboxing today. Hey, my brother, sweetie! Where are you? Bakit nawala siya? How are you, brother? Good morning.
How you doing there, young lady?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, it's another fun day. Just got home from work and taking the rest of the
Oh,
weekend.
Alexander, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. What are you doing? What's the noise in there?
I just moving some.
You're cleaning up?
Yeah, just cleaning up some stuff.
Oh, okay. Cleaning up your mess
Yeah.
last night.
Thank you for showing up last night on my live stream.
I'm very you're welcome always. If I see you are doing a live streaming, I will be there. Actually, Mike Roberts tell me.
Yeah.
You are online, so I be there to check you.
Well, after yours, I went on. I did do a little time with Darren from Darren's Travels. Because I mean, he had his live stream with something about a sexy.
What happened to
sexy
your
man.
voice? Seems like
sexy man doing the live stream, so I had to join that so that at least he had one sexy man on there.
Walter TV.
Oh.
Hello there, brother Bruce Davis. Ano, okay ba yung boses niya, no, ni brother? Parang ano? Is it your voice? It seems like there is a problem.
Whose
Scott
voice?
B.
Mine? Did I have a problem?
It's a problem.
Scott B. Mine?
Oh, echoing.
I don't know why it's echoing. Is it echoing?
Let me check in here. Hi, bros. Is there echo?
Yeah, there's echo. It's coming from you.
Not coming from me. I didn't play anything here. My phone.
It sounds like you're in the comfort room doing the chat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the Taliban. Hey, you. No, nobody's insecure with you. You're fine. Okay? I know that you come here in my live streaming to support. Not to destroy our live stream. It's still echoing. I'm so sorry with that yesterday.
Maybe your connection's a little slow. That's why you're getting the echo.
Maybe.
Taliban
Okay,
says
I'm
you can
gonna.
check my
I'm
other
gonna.
account was blocked by weak men. Who would block the Taliban?
Brother Brett Lysol, I think, because he was deleted.
And how does he know it was a man that blocked him? That's kind of sexist. How do you know it wasn't a woman?
Yeah, I'm gonna check you later, brother. That's Taliban. Okay, right now I'm gonna check it.
Yeah. Yeah. Find out who blocked. Maybe it wasn't a man. Maybe it was a woman. Maybe he
It's a
just
man.
thinks, maybe he just thinks women aren't that strong. I don't know.
It was Brett because yesterday was deleted from live.
Oh, yeah, that's Brett. Yeah. Like I always tell all those people, I said, you're always welcome to come to my live stream. I mean, most of those people, they block themselves from my live stream. They just stop coming.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Thank you for making a second account, brother. That's Taliban.
So, anyways, so what do you? Let's see. What time is it now?
11:30.
11:30.
Right.
Yeah, p.m. Yeah. I said so. So what are you doing? What are you gonna do tonight? The rest of the night?
I'm gonna sing for you and dance.
Just dance, just dancing.
I did. Did you watch today my Zumba? I had Zumba today.
No, I was working on it. I had to go do some work, and and I saw you were on, and I kind of turned it on, and I put the phone in my pocket, and I didn't really watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Taliban. But what do you call that? I mean, thank you for making another account to show our the support on my live stream.
Yeah, and you're always
Yeah,
welcome.
don't please, guys. Okay, just do allow.
And always welcome to come to my live stream. Because my live stream, it really doesn't matter what you say.
Mm-hmm.
There's only two people. I've given power to be moderators, and they have to ask first before they'd ever block anyone. So
Stand by, Alexander. Thank you so much, Alex. That's called Brother Taliban. You is in me. I cannot chat today, but I'll be back. Okay, thank you so much, Brother Taliban. See you around later.
the Wolfen first calf. I
will
remember.
unblock you, brother, tomorrow, okay, or later, because I cannot use my phone. I cannot see the what do you call that, analytics or other. I hope you will back here,
I
brother.
finally remember the first. Hey, Wolfen, I finally remember the first cavalry. And every time we went out to save them, we just laughed. Oh, they got themselves in over their head again. I guess we're going out.
Oh yeah. Hello there, Hi, welcome. David and Nurse.
Are you? Hey, Rena.
Yes.
You still have that sound like you're. You still have that sound like that echo.
Why nobody say that in the chat?
I don't know.
Seems like there's nothing.
Can anyone else hear that? That it's you know what it's not like an echo. It's more like you're sitting in the comfort room with all the tile around you, and and you're yak.
Is it echoing, guy?
It's not really an echo. It's like you're in a tunnel. It's like hello, like that. But it's okay.
I don't understand. Seems like a people.
I mean, just remember, like I always told you, even back when you were, working before, like I always told you, doesn't matter. You can get away with it because you have those two things, that, those two things that make all men forget anything you do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what those are?
What?
Remember, right? Your panay, and you have that smile. When you being panay with that smile, the men are like, what problem? Well, I just forgot.
Really? Oh, thank you so much. You forgot the problem. When I smile. Smile. Good vibes from Mary's Black.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what was that movie? Aaron Brockovich. When she was she was working for a lawyer, and he couldn't get information, and she went down and and the man gave her the information. And he says, "Well, how did you get that? I've been trying to get that for a long time." And she looked at him and says, "It's called boobs." That women get away with a lot of things men could never do.
Oh yeah. You're right. Women are always the best.
Yeah.
The best everything.
Yeah. I mean,
Always,
if I go in there,
always right also.
if I go up to some man and I demand something, maybe there's a fight. You go up there, you smile and ask for it, he gives it to you. I'm not going to say why, but we all know.
Oh yeah. Don't fight with a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
World War III is coming. I fight. Because you never be right.
Mary's
with a
vlog
wolf.
says good vibes.
Yeah. Mary's Black, good vibes only. No hate. Welcome to our live streamings, guys. We have a 9 people there. Lagi echo ba sis Mary's
No, you have
Black?
10 people. You have 10 people here. I'm just looking, just look, I just update. Wolfen says Taliban is U2 jail for anti-Semitism and so forth. Well, I think you mean fourth, but
I don't think so. Taliban is in white.
I don't understand. I don't understand some of that stuff. I mean, we were talking about that on my live stream last night. He said, yeah, like if you're telling people to take, certain pharmaceuticals meant for animals, to combat a disease, I can see getting blocked for that. But if you want to spew hatred, then just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Because the Taliban said they didn't.
Hey, Rena, were you around?
I don't think so. Others.
Hey, Rena, were you around when I was telling the conversation I had with a gentleman? That he believes the Earth is flat.
Yeah, if it's trying ruin your destroy your life, why not?
Yeah, but were you still on my live stream when I was talking about? I had a very long conversation with a man that believes the Earth is flat. Yeah. And so I asked him. I said, "Well, so you're saying the Earth is like a plate, right? So, right, if you take the plate and and let's say the center of the plate is where all the land is, right? And then you put the water, all the land would be under the water. So the plate must be upside down. All the land is in the center. It's higher than the water. And then you put the water, but it runs off the edge." He said, "Exactly." Okay. So why are there oceans? Wouldn't they fall off the edge of the Earth? There's a wall. I said, "Really? There's a wall all the way around the flat Earth. That's what keeps the ocean." I said, "Okay." He said, "So in all this time, nobody's gone to the wall, figured out how to climb up it, whatever, and go over and look over the other side?" See, but he had an answer. He says, "No, you can't do that because the wall's invisible."
Yeah, it's the same way.
Yeah. And they said, "Okay, so all you have to do is just get on your boat and keep going on the ocean, keep going in one direction, and eventually you're going to plump into the wall. So even invisible, you're going to find the wall." Nope. The wall has a force field that causes your boat to turn and you don't even know it. You can't those, like I explained, I said, those people that have certain ideas in their mind, you're never going to change them.
Yeah, if they're, if they are black, they're hard to change their mind.
I mean, it's like the brother of the manager for my farm has COVID, right? And they don't have any oxygen at the hospital. His blood oxygen's 85, and somebody told him, well, if you take the rubbing alcohol and you gargle that, the fumes will get in your lungs and it will cure you, because they saw that on Facebook. And this man is at home now, and his oxygen keeps dropping. And
Alcohol is not good. You will be there for sure.
but you're not going to convince him that won't cure him, because somebody that he believes in, he said that's how you you beat the virus. You just gargle the isopropyl alcohol.
Gargle or drink.
No. Here, I mean, and I'm going to be very specific about this. Isopropyl alcohol is not the kind of alcohol you ever want to drink, and you really don't want to breathe it, right? Because 250 milliliters of isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol, is lethal. It will kill
just
you.
because they believe right in there, the directions, that was 99% kills the bacteria.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to put on your skin.
Not to drink or gargle.
But, they say, well, if you have a big cut, do not pour it in there, because you can pour enough in there, it'll make you sick, or it could even kill you. Davao Don's in the house. Oh, boy.
Davao Don is in the house. Hello,
Well, it must, that's right. Hey, Don, are you in Florida now, or are you up in Jersey again? It's hard to keep track of where he's at. Bruce is
more
asking,
rum. What
have you
kind
ever
of
been
rum?
to Doha? Yes, I have.
Tanduay.
Yes, I've been to Doha many times. I actually spent over a month in Doha back in, I'm trying to think the year. The year I spent, I spent like about 3 months in Doha, actually. That was in like 2006, installing a new security system for the air base there, for the U.S. Air Base.
Hey, Brother Jamie.
As a matter of fact, there was a restaurant I used to go to eat to in Doha that was probably a 5-minute walk from where Chi Torres was living in Doha.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So she is she worked in Dubai.
Well, yeah, she was working in Qatar.
How many years? Qatar.
Well,
Qatar to Doha is not so far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was living in Doha, but how many years? I think she worked there for like 15 years.
What's she working there?
It's the same family. She worked there like 15, 16 years. You'd have to ask her, but I'm pretty sure it was that long. I never saw her, when
15 years?
Yeah, 15, 15.
So
Yeah.
maybe she's young. Maybe she was in 18,
Yeah, and then
20.
talking, and then talking to, I'm trying to remember her name, Gemlove and I mean, I lived in Kuwait, probably 10-minute walk from their house.
10 minutes only?
Wolfen says 18 years. Yeah, I know it was a long time that she worked.
18 years.
Yeah, she worked for the same family. She started out when their youngest.
She working in the King House, Friends.
Yeah, well, the same family. The man hired her as the nanny when for the first child. And then they have like 3 or 4 children.
They get married?
And she just, stayed as a nanny until the oldest one, the youngest one was so old that they didn't need a nanny anymore.
Mhm. Until they get married, right? The
Huh?
daughters and the son. Until they get married, maybe.
No,
The
they
son
just
and
got,
the daughter.
old enough that they don't need a nanny. The couple's like, oh, we don't need a nanny anymore.
Oh, that's why she go home.
Yeah. So now So now she's back in Davao. Hey, I was going to ask you. So how's things going up by you? I don't hear much of the news other than what happens in Mindanao. So.
I don't know neither.
Hmm?
I don't know neither what's
Yeah.
going on there in Mindanao.
No, but I hear the news in Mindanao because that's where all my friends and family are. But
Oh, okay.
you know,
So what's
that's
going
mostly
on
what
in
I hear.
Mindanao?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, but some of the other islands, I mean, you really don't hear much. You hear about Manila and what's going on in Manila, but that's on the national news. But
Manila is still they're trying to lock down again, I think. I have seen again
yeah,
on television or notifications from my phone that they're planning to do a lockdown again. 16? September
yeah.
16th.
Ms. Hart Gasper is here. Hello. Jamie.
So
Hello.
always lockdown in the Philippines.
What?
I'm
Oh,
saying
there's
that
lockdowns.
always lockdown here. Every
Yeah.
month we
I
have
mean,
lockdown.
we're Thailand's pretty much has lockdown everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they
India-
are not wearing a mask in
What?
Thailand.
Oh no. In Thailand, if you're not wearing a mask, the police officer will hit you with the stick.
Really? Do you
Mhm.
know that the Fatisma that he is not wearing a mask? He is living in Thailand.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people make a lot of claims, but like BJ said,
He's smiling into
no, he says her friend, has a boyfriend from Poland, and they're living there, and he went to the mall, and he go inside the mall, and the police officer come, and what they do is they use a piece of bamboo, and he just the guy put his mask on.
They will punch you bamboo.
Yeah. They used the thin bamboo, and just to get your attention, they put your mask
Hello,
on.
brother friend. Oh, really?
Mhm.
Because every time he's doing a live, he never used any mask.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a
Only
lot of
they go to
people
the
they do that.
public
They
like
do
a
that. They
beach.
claim that because they're European or American or Australian,
Mhm.
whatever, they don't have to follow the rules. But now in Thailand, it don't work that way. Thailand has a lot of people, a lot of Americans in that they spend 1 month, 2 months in jail, and they never talk about it.
Mhm. It's a good thing to continue working over there. The only good thing in Thailand, even they have a lockdown, they will let the people to work. But here in the Philippines, I don't just only nurse.
Well, no, I mean they, most of the tourist places like Bangkok, the big tourist places like Khao San Road, um, the the other areas like that, are completely shut down. They closed all the bars. There's nobody.
Nobody works.
Khao San Road's been closed for more than a year, or almost 2 years now. I mean, if you want to, as a non-Thai citizen,
Because
wanna-
Trent Rama, maybe he think that was it's okay for him because he's American. Without a mask, he got what he said.
so I mean, it's I mean, Thailand's dealing with with the problem now.
Oh yeah.
They got kind of tough about it.
Mm-hmm. Whenever they are not showing on television here.
Well, let me look.
That's only India.
Yeah.
So, India or
and looked for so long. Yeah. See, like the Philippines just reported today they have another 16,000 new cases, and about 80% of those are in Bangkok. And it's just because there's, most of the people live in Bangkok. Philippines, 26,000 new cases. Most of those are in the MCR, Manila area. Yeah. And it's hard to explain to somebody, it's much like the farm manager, his brother. He's like, oh no, I don't go to the bar, I don't go to these places, I don't go around the Americans, and that. So, I'm not going to catch it. And now the man's fighting for his life. And, and his brother told him, well, you don't wear the mask, you go around all these other Filipinos, you're not wearing a mask. So no, I know them. They're not sick. And now he's very sick, and he's going to fight for his life.
I'm getting tired of wearing a mask also.
Yeah. And I told somebody, I said, it's I mean, this argument, well, it's personal choice, whatever. I said, here, right?
Yeah.
If you're walking down, if you're walking in a place and everyone has a gun, or some people have a gun and you don't have a gun, right? Would you wear the bulletproof vest? Because if you look at somebody, they may shoot you. Now, it's your choice not to wear the vest, right? And maybe somebody shoots you. You say, well, I know that person. Yeah, but he got mad and shot you. It's the same thing. This is a no-brain thing.
Yep. What's up, Scoot?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, just got home a little bit ago and saw Rena was doing a live, so I figured I'd join her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I
haven't been able to catch her, so I haven't been able to catch a lot of people. And yesterday, man, I woke up at like 3:30 a.m. yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
My left eye was irritated. I don't know. I didn't like scratch it or nothing. I just ended up rubbing it, and it ended up just causing me like all sorts of, just was hurting most of the day. So
yeah.
Then I just felt like it just felt like crap.
Yeah.
Just one of those things, man. It's getting cooler and stuff here where I'm at. So
yeah. So But
unfortunately, the U.S. had a talk with the president made fun.
What's that?
Of mask.
Rena, you got to talk louder because it sounds
louder,
like
Rena, louder.
It sounds like you're way away from your microphone.
Trend Rama says there that unfortunately the U.S. had a talk with president to make fun and mask.
Who's calling you?
Live or pre-recorded? Is it live, brother?
Yes.
Live.
Yeah. The what? What, Rena? What live?
No, Trent Rama asking me if it's recorded or live. He said that.
Scoot must have had a phone call. So how you doing?
I'm pretty good. Working is
Right here.
Brother, working. You're hiding. That was you?
Yeah, I'm just. I'm off on the weekend.
Yeah. Brother, working. You're hiding. That was you?
Hello, can anybody?
What's up?
Hey, what's up? Bruce Davis, Scooby, and Miss Rena Roberts, and of course we don't forget Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Is in the house.
Might as well call Mike your hubby, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
We all got one thing in common. We're waiting for the Philippines to open up.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't really know how, what do you call it, when they open here. Even next year, we don't even know yet.
Yeah, even
Seems
for
like
me,
it's still the same.
yeah, I can come over on a permanent visa or not a balikbayan because I think they stopped doing those. But my wife's in the Philippines, so I can get there. Just man, I don't want to do 20 days quarantine. I don't want to do, because you got to
Or
do,
even 10 days, brother. Nobody wants.
yeah, you got to do 7. You got to do 7. When I get to Manila, I would have to do 7 before they even test me, and then I got to do 14 days home quarantine.
Yeah, that is the protocol in Baguio.
Yep. So, and yeah, that's true.
Not only that, I got to go to the Philippine embassy here and the American embassy,
Mhm.
and they got to get in communication with the American embassy. It's
Too much.
yeah, there's a lot of hoops you got to
Wait.
go.
You just might as well wait now. You waited all this long.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
See,
not. I mean, it's not easy, but
my brother's engaged, and he's holding on to $8,000 that he owes me, and he doesn't want to give it to me until we go to the Philippines. Well, he can't get there. He can't get there on a balikbayan or a 13A. So a 13A or a 9A, and
so how can he get over there? That's the same with me too. Like, I have to figure out how I'm going to be able to get over there too now.
yeah,
Yeah, still, America is still red. You're not still allowed. You're not in a green list.
you gotta wait. You gotta wait for whatever they were talking about with the green lane and go a tourist visa with exemptions, meaning you're vaccinated and you got permission to come in, so forth and so forth.
Oh, I'm vaccinated. I'm not. It's not that.
I don't
Yeah.
think so if they will allow you to get here.
Hey, but Bruce, come up December or January, we're looking at doing a booster shot.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it if it's Pfizer because I had no problems with Pfizer.
Yeah.
It is good, the
Wolfen,
Pfizer, or
Wolfen,
what is the, what do you call that? I have a question. What is the danger for you, a doctor? What part? Program?
I mean, I already set up my 3rd shot. I'm doing it Monday, September 27th on my birthday. It's my birthday
really?
present to myself.
Is that the booster?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, number 3. Because I had number 1. I had number 1 in February, number 2 in the beginning of March. So they said, yeah, you can take the 3rd one if you want.
Yeah, because I did mine April, and then the second one in May.
Yeah. So
You can get now the booster, brother.
Yeah. Well, no, Rena. The reason I'm taking the booster is they keep saying you're going to have all these side effects. So I'm hoping for the extra 2 inches of Tintin side effect.
I don't have. It's Scott. Scott, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I don't either. Like BJ says, oh my gulai, no. Okay, how about I get one eye in the back of my head? I don't know.
Now, you know what my wife said?
What?
She said, okay, get naked. I got naked, and she goes, oh my gulai, you're going to kill me with that thing.
Hey, Wolfen. I just got home from work and I was thinking about eating dinner, and now I'm not going to be able to.
Oh,
just that picture in my head. Ooh.
Hey, well, since we already got it out, I got a joke for you.
All right, go for it.
Kid turns 18, right?
Yeah.
And his dad says, "I know you're still a virgin. We're gonna make you into a man. I'm gonna take you down to downtown L.A., man, Los Angeles, and we're gonna get you a classy hooker, right?" So they go down there and they find one. And he goes, "So you think she's pretty?" He goes, "Oh yeah, Papa, she's pretty." He goes, "Okay, well, we're gonna go pay, and I'll pay anything. She's gonna show you what to do and how to do it, and you'll get your experience that way, right?" So he goes down there. He asks her. He goes, "My son wants to know what do you do?" She goes, "Well, I do around the world. The human pretzel, 69." And the son goes, "69, Dad. That's the one. That's the one I heard about. That's the one I want to do." And so he goes, "Okay." So he pays the hooker the money. She takes him into the bedroom, and she shows him everything and shows him the position, and they're going at it, and she lets out a big old fart, man. And the guy's going, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh." And then they go at it for a couple more minutes. She does it again, and he's going, "Oh my God, oh my God." And so the hooker turns around. She goes, "So how you doing over there, honey?" And the kid says, "Well, ma'am, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know if I can take another 67 of those."
Yeah. It's bad wolfing. I heard that in the 4th grade.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
You've heard it? I had a mechanic tell me that when I was like rolling on the floor, man. I was like, "Oh my God." Ew.
That joke's older than you are. But anyways,
Look at the latest Armstrong video. Saying this in a motel.
and hey, Rena, just so you know, B-Joy said hello. She says, "Oh yeah, continue yak with she's gonna do something with her friends there. Before then I'll call her later."
Okay. And send this in what is it?
Well,
I
I'm
could
here.
not eat even. Honey, just chicken, it's okay. But if they give you a food in if you are in taking quarantine, they will give you a food something like
Look,
you cannot
Mike
even
says,
eat rice.
Mike's saying, "Look at the latest
Like a Western.
Armstrong video." Who's Armstrong? Oh, that's trying to remember. Yeah. 10 days in
Armstrong
hotel
family?
with the game to eat.
Have you
I
seen
couldn't
that,
even eat
brother?
it.
Armstrong family. That he get married. He get married on. Hi, Tony.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start any rumors, Scott. But the thing with Taliban, he got in trouble.
Yeah. I really don't care. I mean, I know he was on my live last night. Yeah.
Yeah. He
And and he does a couple of his things. He's kind of a troll guy, and which I always enjoy him.
yeah
Is there a holiday there today?
He just went into like anti-Americanism and Semitism and a whole bunch of other stuff. And we know how he is. He gets like that when he gets drunk. Okay.
Yeah.
But some people in there didn't like that, and they reported him. And they reported him as hate speech. So I don't know if he's in a 30-day timeout or what. I think your first time is what, about 2 weeks to 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Hell, man, I just got me a matter of fact, it was on your channel, Rena. I got me a copyright strike.
Which one?
But guess how it worked out? They said, "Okay, well, that's real close to being a copyright strike, but the owner of the copyright."
Yesterday, I have a my video today or live streaming yesterday. Also, I have a yellow sign.
Yeah,
But it's not suitable for us, because we are talking about the Taliban.
yeah, but it's like this though, Rena. This is something new to me.
Yeah.
It was like the copyright owner request, full access to putting commercials into your video. I said, hell, I'm okay with that.
Hold on, Mike saying you had to wait 8 months from the shot. I took Pfizer and I took the first one. I'd have to
Just
pull up my
through-
card. I'd have to
just
go get
3
my
months.
card and look. I think it was in end of February I took the first one, and end of March I took
Just
the
3
second
months.
shot, and then middle of March I took the second shot, and they said if it's more than 8 months you're okay to sign up. So I signed up, and and I mean, and I tell people, I mean, the reality is here in, for somebody like Rena to come to the United States, she's going to have to prove she's fully vaccinated before she can buy a plane ticket.
No, if it's for example only Brother Scott, that was never no pandemic anymore, like 2 years
Well,
from now.
But
I don't think so. If they are still asking from the vaccinated or not.
well, no. I mean, they just announced the new federal rules. All immigrants coming to the United States must prove vaccination prior to arriving.
Just for now, for how many? Because of the pandemic, we have still pandemic. I'm talking about this.
Until it gets underhand.
If this pandemic is gone totally.
And you're probably still going to have to take a test
Really?
before getting on the plane within 24 hours to show you that you're not sick.
I don't think so. That
I mean, all those are going to probably happen.
I don't really want to take a vaccine, but when it's safe,
I mean,
they're going up.
the State Department, the State Department issued a thing said, that
Mahid man, hello.
when they start doing visa interviews again, you're going to have to show vaccination in order to get your interview.
Mhm.
You're right on that, Scoot, because Biden just passed that federal employee
Mm-hmm.
must be 100% vaccinated or they get fired.
Well, and I predicted that 6 months ago. I said it's going to happen. It's going to start with the military, then it's going to be all federal employees, contractors.
All right, I already knew it.
Then it's going to hit large businesses and medium businesses, and eventually, the insurance companies are going to jump on it. They're going to, the insurance companies are going to have 2 different rates.
Yeah, they're going to have vaccinated and non-vaccinated. What is it?
I mean, we had that conversation. We had that conversation yesterday, or not yesterday, day before.
Yeah, I
at the place I work with, that I work with, and and they asked about my team, and I said, well, yeah, everyone is fully vaccinated on my team. Right? It's part
You're
of working,
funny,
right? And and
Tony Corolla, is the Taliban okay with you, Rena?
yeah, but here, now, they build stuff for the Defense Department, automotive, and whatever, and their insurance company basically came to them and said, hey, if you can go 2 different routes. One, we're going to charge $800 more per month for each employee that's unvaccinated, or you can mandate vaccinations and get rid of people, and your rate stays the same.
Yeah, but I kind of predicted something like this was going to come, but
Because the federal money that was paying for all these people that got sick is dried up. It's gone now. So now, like the company that I contract with, they came in and they said straight out, the guy told me, he says, he said $800 per employee, he says, it's 1,000 employees every month. If we don't mandate, I said, it's the same thing they did with seatbelts. I mean, the insurance companies, mandated seatbelts across the U.S. I mean, all the states fell in line because when the federal government said, hey, you don't get federal highway funds if you don't have a seatbelt law. It took less than 12 months, and every state had seatbelt law.
yeah, but you know who started all that? The seatbelt mandate is actually originated from California.
Yeah,
And the
but I
second,
mean, all the science was behind it that seatbelts do save lives.
yeah, and then the two states that fell behind them was Michigan and New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
what, 6 to 8 months later,
So,
everybody.
you know, I mean, this is a done deal. I mean, this is, I tell people, I don't want to take over Rena's thing, but that this is a done deal. It's this idea that people threw up all these objections, whatever, for umpteen months, and now the science has come in.
Well, it's like this. We saw a third world country turn a mandate for everyone to be vaccinated. And you know what country that is, right?
Which one? Tell me.
The Philippines was the first.
Yeah, but
Duterte is the one that said, if we get 1 million vaccines, we better use up 1 million vaccines.
mm-hmm.
So forth.
Yeah.
So
I have a question, brother.
But
Do
they
you
still don't have enough vaccines in the Philippines.
yeah, I mean, so you have that as an exemption.
Hey, dude.
Oh, Rena wants to sing.
No, I have a
Hey,
question,
Jude.
brother.
Sure.
I have a question. Do you think that vaccines is really help for the virus? Yes or no?
What?
Is that
Say that
vaccines
again.
is really, it's
Rena,
really help
Say that
for us
again.
or
Say
not?
that again. Do I what?
Is that vaccines is really helps for us or no?
Yes, I do believe that.
You do believe because you are survived from the vaccine.
Well, no, it's because I remember polio, smallpox, what they call German measles, rubella, and all those. You don't see any of those anywhere in the world anymore. Just small little outbreaks here and there. They had an outbreak of German measles in California because there's certain people that said, "Hey, we're not going to vaccinate our children." And the anti-vax, the big
Yeah, they will not
anti-vax groups.
vaccinate the children
And
because they
and
know
it became a little bit of a problem. And the school said, "Okay, fine. You don't take that vaccine, you can't come to school." And it died off really quick. And that was like 4 years ago. So yeah.
Well, you got to also think about.
I mean, when was the last time you heard, right, of somebody dying of smallpox, somebody dying of or somebody that's paralyzed from polio?
That is what do you call that? That is not a from a portfolio that vaccine because there are some or many people that are claiming that they are died because of the vaccine.
There's a lot of
Even they are normal.
No,
Or
there
think about
are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that claim that they died in a car accident wearing a seatbelt. Oh no.
Yeah, but here's the deal on the vaccines. It's well, think about it.
I'm watching Tony, saying here, point of getting vaccinated if they don't protect you, right? Now here, right?
Yeah, I think it's up to the individual if they don't like it. Maybe they will respect it.
Rena, I just read Tony's, 2 comments, and I agree with him. But here's the science.
Yeah, but you said you need to be vaccinated to get there in the USA.
It's a requirement now to go to Europe.
Yeah, it's a requirement. But if you really don't want it,
you have to have
you
vaccination.
need to be respect with that.
Yeah, if you want to do international travel, you cannot internationally travel without being fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
And then as January 1st,
it may even carry over, like certain airlines, like Delta started it, and now Southwest is in, American Airlines is jumping in. They're going to charge unvaccinated employees $200 extra a month or extra per week for health insurance.
And
just
that's
like the company that I do business with. They're going to charge all their employees, hey, you don't want to get vaccinated? Fine. It's going to cost you $800 a month. They're not going to say, hey, get vaccinated or, we're going to fire you. They're going to say, hey, pay $800 extra a month or quit. That's what I told him. I said, so you're saying, hey, these people, say they're not going to take a vaccine. Yeah. And I can see, companies, large companies doing that. Then, hey, you don't want to, you don't want to pay, you don't want to pay $800 or $1,000, per month not to be vaccinated, and then go work somewhere else.
But hey, Scott, what I was going to say is, remember when malaria was a big problem?
Oh yeah.
Or even the dengue.
Yeah. And the dengue. Yeah. No, but I mean that they took care of that by killing off the mosquitoes.
Yeah,
This
but
is
they
not something that, this is not something you're in it, it's not some, it's not some bug you can kill off that's spreading it. It's people. And trust me, you can't go into it, there's no place in the Philippines where they'd say, hey, you know what? Go into Barangay, shoot everyone, kill them off, and we'll stop the virus. That it just won't happen.
No, they came up with a vaccine for malaria.
Not a vaccine. It's a pill you take that makes you more resistant to it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is pretty much all you got to do is hype up your vitamin intake and take the vitamin C, E, D, and
yeah, that doesn't work for malaria. Malaria is a parasite.
Yeah, it is.
You have to take something that basically acts like an anti-parasitic. And
Yeah.
that I mean, there's two different
Hi,
things they
Murad.
use, and both of them are not good for you. Anyways,
Yeah.
So here, what's the point of getting vaccinated if they don't protect you, right, from getting? Well, I mean, Tony brings up an interesting point. Yes, people that are vaccinated, some of them have what they call breakthrough cases where they're getting sick, but 99.98% of the people dying or becoming seriously ill, and then so forth, dying, or unvaccinated. I'd take those odds anytime. If
But
here, place a bet for $1, and you have a 99.98% chance of winning. How many dollars would you bet? That knowing that you're only going to lose 0.02% of the time.
Hey, Martinez.
Yeah, Martina. That's what I said. And I did on my live stream. The anti-vaxxers, God bless you, wish you well. You're on your own.
Yeah, but there is a scientist that there is no really vaccines for the pandemic or virus.
Well,
this one is a temporary only, but it's
Rena, like I brought up on my live stream, that's because what they do, and they do it all over the world. Right? They have the news show, and they have one person sitting there saying, yes, the vaccine works. They have one person saying the vaccines don't work. Right?
Because they prove it.
Yeah. Well, but here,
they prove it that it's not really work.
Yeah. And then the one man shows his proof and the other man shows his proof. Right? Now, what they need to do is put 1,000 in the room. Right? And then when you see 995 are sitting on one side and 5 people are sitting on the other side, and 5 people are saying this is the correct information, 995 are saying no, it's not. That's the actual debate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, it's not it's not 50-50. It's not like it's undecided. No, it's decided. If 50,000 people say this is true and one person says that's not true, right? Do you believe that one person?
No, I don't believe that. What do you call it? I don't believe they are saying that it was true, that 50% rather, because
I mean, it's like here in the U.S.
They said, they from the start already, that they said there is no yet medicine for this virus. Okay, so I don't believe that 50%. I still believe it that there's no what do you call that? Still
No,
not.
they actually have.
I am not believe this vaccines they have.
But they actually have.
If you believe, and if somebody's speaking, even if they are full vaccinated already, why they are still get a virus then?
Yeah. Here, this vaccine has been around. This vaccine, version of this vaccine has been around for 20 years, and yeah, it's it's not any different than any new vaccine. No, it's like we know what the long-term effects are of using this vaccine, because everything inside of it, other than a small tweak, right, has been tested, for 20 years. But here's what I always laugh about, Rena.
No, this vaccine is just
People,
only a new.
okay, here in the U.S.,
It's
here in the
only a
U.S.,
new.
here in the U.S., they have a U.S. senator, right? His name is Dr. Paul Rand. And he said, well, he's a doctor, right? And he's telling that, the vaccine's not safe. He's, here, take a horse dewormer and all of this garbage, right? And people say, well, he's a doctor. He is a doctor of eye surgery. Right? He's not a medical doctor. He's an eye surgeon.
It's better for me. I
He
believe the ivermectin.
He doesn't know anything about epidemiology. He doesn't know about antibiotics. He doesn't know about antivirals.
What do you think the ivermectin, brother?
That would be like you taking, that would be like saying, here, this man is a mechanic and he can fix a computer. Well, take your jeepney to him and say, here, fix it. He's a mechanic. He's the computer mechanic. So he can fix my car. Would you let him fix your brakes? No. And that's where all this false information comes from. Just because somebody says, oh, I have a title doctor, a doctor in mathematics is going on the internet and telling people about vaccines, saying, well, I'm a doctor. Yeah, you have a doctorate degree in mathematics. And, you go on the internet and you tell people, I'm a doctor, which exactly you are. You have a doctorate in mathematics. So, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, the science is different than the hype. That's all I'm saying, Rena. I mean, you don't have to worry. If you take the vaccine, right, you don't have to worry that that maybe your toy get too big. You don't have to worry that your butt will get too big, that you grow an eye in the middle of your forehead. None of those things have happened. Right? There are not millions of people that have died taking the vaccine. There's not even thousands. Right? No, there's
There's a million.
No, there's not. That's a false, that's a false story, right? Because somebody went to a website and they said, oh, 1 million people died taking vaccines, right? And they don't actually check those. And it's just what people say happened, that, this person, but they don't talk about just this vaccine. It's all vaccines, whether it's a flu vaccine.
They don't want to talk about people who take a vaccines dying. They don't believe it from the vaccine, but because they don't want to believe that.
Yeah, but here.
Because they are still trying to get vaccines to the people to, it's okay, this vaccine, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Rena, the site they use for that million, that 1 million people died taking taking the vaccine site, right? Those are, they don't actually check if it's true. They just say, here, go here and, and we put these numbers up, right? But you could have taken the flu vaccine, the pneumonia vaccine, the polio vaccine, the smallpox vaccine, or any one of, 50 different vaccines. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months later, you died, and somebody goes on that site and says, oh, they took the vaccine, they died. They even admit on their site, right, that the numbers are not checked. There's no medical evidence. They're just reports that people fill out a form and report it to them. It's not just people that took the COVID-19 vaccine.
The report where you are
it's
positive.
every vaccine known to man.
When you are dying.
And it's children from birth to people that are 100 years old. So,
Well, they are saying that they are positive. I have a question again. So those who is normal going to the hospital, and after for example, you just only fell down, or else you burn your body like on the hot water. and then you go to the doctor, and they will say to you that you are positive now. What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, it would be like that if you know if you take the
You are
if you
so
take the boiling
normal,
water
you know,
here,
and
if
then
you
they
take the
will.
boiling here, I mean that site is sort of like you take the boiling water,
Mhm.
right, and you throw it on you put your baby in the small tub, and you pour the boiling water on him, and he gets burned, right?
Yeah, and then they
And they
bring
say, well, the hot
or
water
they take
killed him.
in the hospital.
Yeah, don't use the water heater because the hot water killed him. Somebody would say, oh, look, hot water kills people. Look how many people died from hot water
Yeah,
or hot oil.
but they complain for the positive COVID.
Yeah, no, and
Why like that?
that's what these people do. They look for some kind of information, and then they don't know what they're looking at. It's just like the people that believe the Earth is flat.
Because they didn't
It's
get
in
the
their head.
vaccine, that's
It's
why
in their head.
they
It's
get
in
the
their head,
COVID.
and no matter how many times you say, okay, so explain this to me, they have some excuse that like I said, the wall that holds all the oceans in around the flat Earth is invisible. Now you can't actually find the wall because you can't see it, and two, if you try to drive into it, it has some kind of like magical power that turns your boat away so you can't hit it. I mean, the flat Earth people believe that the Earth is flat and there's some kind of wall that, all the way around the Earth. You can't fly over it. So I don't know, I don't even know about spaceships, and they can't answer, like, okay, so the sun comes from the east going to the west, and when it gets to the end, what does it do? Like reset and come to the other side, so there's like two different suns? They can't answer that. It's like, it's a mystery. And what's underneath the bottom of the flat Earth? No idea, because you can't see over the wall. Same thing with all these goofy things about the vaccines and viruses. They can't answer those questions because the science isn't there. There's a lot of ideas. Here, let me look at this. Like Tony said, well, if you get the vaccine, yes, you can get sick. Sure, you can. Chances of you being in the hospital, chances of you dying, pretty low. I'd take those odds any day in a bet, compared to not being vaxxed. So, right. Here, Tony
For
says,
me,
yeah,
I
it's
still
not
not
like
get
you're going to
that.
end up being Medusa if you get the jab. It's people's rights not to get it. Absolutely. It's people's rights not to get it.
For
But
me,
it's
it's
also,
not. I still not
also-
believe
it's
it
also,
about the vaccine.
it's also the right of a business like mine, the people that the people I have a contract with, to say, hey, I mean, I just told my employees straight out, hey, you like your job, get vaccinated. You got 30 days to do it. If not, you're done. And that was back in June.
Yeah, because they believe about vaccinated, but they
Yeah.
are still
And
get the positive.
And I said,
after
y'all
a
know
few
me.
months.
Y'all know me. I wouldn't steer you the wrong way. And the company that we do business with just said, is basically going to tell all their people on Monday, hey, we're not telling you to take a vaccine, but if you don't take a vaccine, it's going to cost you $200 extra per month.
That's a forcing people to get a vaccine. That's not good. There's no respect.
I said, now, Rena, if they said, here, if you take the vaccine, you have a butt like J-Lo, would you take the vaccine?
Never.
Or you have the butt like Kim Kardashian, would you take the vaccine?
No.
I mean, see, it's how it's presented, but at this point, I really don't care. Like I told the one man, he was the one that gave me the most trouble. I said, I really don't care. I said, you live in a state where, you have, and it's called right to work. I have the right to tell you you have a job. If you don't want, you don't want to follow the rules that I put down, then you don't have a job.
Just because they are making a protocol
Yeah.
for everybody, you know. But we will be we will end this kind of pandemic we have. But I hope they will, they will remove one day the protocols that you need to still
But,
vaccine.
But I mean,
Why did you have?
this whole pandemic thing's gone on too long, and and that's what I was trying to bring across. This idea, here, I'm not going to take the vaccination. You are this and that. And, I made the comment a month ago. I said, here, if the people in the U.S. don't want to take the vaccination, why are we throwing away millions of doses each week? No. If it's 30 days from expire, send it to the Philippines. Give it away for free, because we're just going to throw them in the garbage anyway.
Yeah, but that's just because we cannot afford with that.
No, you give them for free. You give them for
They
free.
give it for free just because it expired already. That our government, they will take that to give to the people. What the heck? That is the problem in here. Why do you receive the expired vaccine?
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's free?
But they're not expired. But I'm saying, if it's 1 month from expiry, you put it on the airplane, you send it, send it to the Philippines.
Before, for example, 1 week before that vaccinate is expired, or 1 month before, they will give that for the for what do you call it, for free in Philippines, just because what?
It's still good.
That is the reason,
But
our government is
But here,
they are taking that for free just because it's almost expired.
Almost expired is not expired.
Yeah, it's not expired when it comes here. When it comes here, brother Saturday, it will be expired already, like a month before.
Rena, Mike says if the vaccine grows big butts, he demands that you have to take it.
And if the vaccines grows, no, I will not take.
But here, what I'm saying, like, here in the U.S., on any one day, they destroy millions of vaccine doses. Not just a few, millions that they throw away, because they've hit their 6-month expiration date. Now, what I say is, here, if it's 30 days before the expiration, right? You call every India, Philippines, Malaysia, whoever. Here, we got these for free. We can, we'll send them there. They'll be there tomorrow. You have 29 days to use them.
Yeah, you need to 29 to use this for free. Why they do that? Why not? They will not give you, for free since, they have it like
because
6 months.
I do know Filipinos that have been trying for months to get a vaccine.
Because that is what do you call it? Because that vaccine is expired expiration for a month, so we will post that vaccines to everybody.
Rena, it's 1 month. I'm saying 1 month before it expired, not 1 month after. 1 month before.
Yeah, 1 month before. I mean, 1 month before, we will government force that to get the vaccines to everybody before that 1 month, just because it's getting expired. You said, after if you didn't
David and Mercy Whipple, how you doing?
Long live art. There, even though he died.
Tony says, okay, what do people with the jab have to worry if they work beside people who don't? Yeah. So, here, Tony, I can answer that real simple, right? Because can you get it? Yes. Can you have, some effects and you're going to lose days at work? Yes. Right. Is it going to be as bad for you? No. Right. But bottom line is, why should I pay for health insurance, right, for people that decide not to get protected? I mean, why should my health insurance premiums go up? Because you decide not to take a jab and you run up a $280,000 medical bill that you're going to be on the hook for, 60 grand of it. But I'm on the hook for the other, 240 or 230. Tony says, yeah, that Rena wants the Kim Kardashian.
No, I don't like it.
Not that big.
I don't like it taking a vaccine.
No, she does. She's doing the here, Tony. She's doing the Zumba, so that she has a small butt.
I am happy what I have.
Yeah,
No more vaccine.
that's right. Be proud of what you have.
Uh-huh. Oh, there are so many problems about this. You cannot see it.
Well, like I
Oh,
said,
God.
it's almost hitting a peak now. After 2 years, people are done. They're done with that. I mean, nations are starting to try to figure out how to work this out. How do we get, international travel back and so forth. And
So I have a question again, Brother Scotty.
sure.
Okay? Like in America, they say that almost 90% they are vaccinated. Why
No.
is still
No.
okay?
90
Why is still the
90%
people?
Here, Rena. In the United States, currently, about 48% of all
Okay, 40
Americans, of all American
but-
adults over
So
the
it's
age of
fake
18,
news.
or actually over the age of 16, I think, or 12. No, 12 and older. Only about 50% are fully vaccinated.
Yeah, for example, 50% for the other. You know
Hmm?
what I mean?
Yeah.
50% for the other. Why? Or what do you call that? Why that 50% they are still getting? What do you call that? If
Well,
they say that
that's
what's a
because
protocol,
that's because
if
the
you
50
never get vaccinated, you're not going to get a work.
Rena,
So
I-
everybody
that's
get a vaccines there, and then that
That's-
why it still
Here.
increase the
Rena,
positive over there.
Rena, you're missing the point that 50% of the Americans, right, that are not vaccinated, right, is larger than the entire population of all Filipinos living in the world.
Are you sure that it's only about 50% only because they are forcing people there that to get a vaccine to get a job?
Right. Here, right.
You know,
The
even if
the population currently of all Filipinos in the world is 110 million people. The population in the United States is 340 million. So with only 170 million vaccinated, that means 170 million are not vaccinated. Right? If you want to use your 50% number. So 50% have no vaccination, right? 170 million. It's about 60 million than the entire Philippine population. Now, let's just run down the numbers from yesterday. In the US, right? 171,000 new cases, almost 2,000 people died in the US yesterday, right? In the Philippines, 17,912 cases, 186 people died, right? So yeah.
But there's some of the guys over there that are vaccinated or fully vaccinated, right?
No. The vaccinated
No.
people die at a rate of about 0.02%.
So they are not saying
Right.
about the diet over there. Then they are not showing
So out
the
of
real.
yesterday, doing the math,
They
yesterday
are hiding.
out of the 1,800 people that died in the U.S., 2 people were vaccinated, the rest were not. That's pretty much the math. And that's pretty much true all around the world. Vaccinated versus unvaccinated, who dies, that's the number. I mean, one of the gentlemen that works for me tested positive on Thursday for COVID. Today, you know, I just, you know, not feeling good. And the rule that we have, you know, said, hey, if you don't feel 100%, you know, go on and take a test. Yep. Took a test. Yep. He tested positive. Right. You know, talked to him yesterday. Yeah, I got a fever like 101, you know, a little bit of a cough.
Mhm.
Talked to him this morning, you know, just before I went on your live. Yeah, feeling pretty good. He said, I'm actually going out and cutting the grass. Compare that to the lady Tony that worked for me 2 months ago that spent 19 days in the hospital, unvaccinated. That's when I made the rule, hey, you know, no vaccination, don't come to work. Period. So yeah, you can go back and forth about this, but it's sort of like the flat earth thing. It's, you know, show me the science that says the vaccination is going to hurt you more than help you. Because I can show you the science, you know, right? Now, 2 major studies. One covered 12,000 people. The other one talked about 1.3 million in Europe. The other one was in Israel, 12,000 people. They both came to the exact same conclusion. People that catch the virus, right, say, well, you know, I don't have to worry about taking the jab because, you know, I don't have to take a vaccine because, you know, I already had it. I'm immune. 36, you know, one said 35.9%, the other one said 36.1%. So let's just round it out. 36% of people that have caught the virus 30 days after they, you know, recovered from the virus have absolutely no immunity from catching it again. That's a scary number.
Yeah, that is the
1
reason.
out of
So
3 people that get the
after they
virus,
recover from the COVID, and then
but they're
later on, after
not
a
immune.
month,
Yeah, but 1 month after they recovered, they can catch
yeah,
it all over again. 1 out of 3 people.
yeah, after what you said, after 1 month, and they
Yeah.
recovered
With the vaccine, they're saying, hey, after, you
without
know,
vaccine, right? And
if
then
you do
later on,
the
after
vaccine,
after recovery, they will get they will take a vaccine.
no,
And
no,
then
no, Rena. They're saying people, yeah, even after 30 days, you should get the vaccine because 1 out of 3 of those people that caught the actual virus have no natural immunity to that virus again after 30 days.
yeah, but they are still getting about positive, negative, positive, right?
Well,
After
that's
the
what they're
vaccine.
saying. You know, it's kind of what it was, you know, pointing to is that, you know, here, even though you had the virus, doesn't mean that you're immune for life or you're immune for, you know, 1 month or 2 months or 8 months or whatever.
Hey, Scott, hey, Scoot, can I correct you on that? So
Sure.
statistically, it's not the original coronavirus that you're impervious to. It's the Delta variant that you can get within 30 days after.
Well, I know they said, you know, it's pretty much all of them, you know, and now the Mu one's coming up. So,
Well, my doctor, I'm going by the advice of my doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what he told me. He goes, yes, you already had COVID-19, but I suggest you go get fully vaccinated anyways.
mhm.
He said it will give you double the protection.
I mean, the Israeli study was done before the Delta variant even showed up. Like I said, it's much smaller sampling than the European one done.
Yeah, see, and that's another thing I wanted to discuss. Variables and ratios. Without variables, ratios, and scientific proof, there can be no clinical trial or no clinical statistic. And right now, and this is in the United States. I'm not saying all over the world. I'm saying in the United States. Right now, for people who have had the COVID and get vaccinated, there is a 1 in 10 million chance you can be reinfected.
Yeah.
But from the COVID alone, it's 1 in a million. But you gotta think of the population. The population's 360 million people.
Right.
So you're looking at about 360 to 1, you know, or 36 out of the whole sample.
Right.
So that turns out to be about case studies. That's the ratio of 36
And
to 1.
that's, you know, and that's, you know,
Yeah,
and that's what these,
One, you know.
here. Now, now the one that was just released last few, I think 3 or 4 days ago, where they did 1.3 million people across Europe. They tested them every day for antibodies, and they said, well, and they looked at what variant they had, and they found that 1 out of 3 had had absolutely 30 days later had absolutely no resistance from catching it 100% again.
Well, yeah, not 100%. It's more like 95.
No, they said they had absolutely no antibodies left in their body 30 days after they recovered.
Well, you got to also see one of the other variables is you got to think, okay, well, what are their daily lifetime habits and what's their diet?
That's a scary number. I mean, imagine 1 out of 3 people that walk around saying, "Hey, I already had it. I'm covered." And when 1 out of 3 has no immune response, that's kind of a scary number.
Now you can't think like that though. You got to also understand that you need to be constantly boosting your immunities.
Yeah, the one thing can resolve only to get that vaccine, just eat some.
But here, Wolfen, if boosting the immunity, taking zinc tablets, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin B12, vitamins, B6, what's the other ones I heard? Vitamin A.
No, I'm not talking about taking vitamins. I'm talking about getting it naturally.
Yeah, naturally, like fruits, vegetables.
Yeah,
well, here, I told somebody, he said, here, right? Now, how do you protect yourself, from getting hit by a car? Walk, I mean, children that are 4 and 5 years old and run out in traffic and get hit by a car die the rest of their lives never getting hit by a car. Problem is, 80% of them that got hit by a car died.
That is a difference, brother.
That's their natural immune system, right?
That is a different situation.
First time you get hit by a car, trust me, you will look both ways before you enter the street.
Okay,
more than once.
Well, indulge me in this practice.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Do you honestly think that masks and shields are protecting people from the virus?
Yeah, even you are fully vaccinated.
Not 100%.
No, if you can breathe through the mask.
Not 100%.
No, that's not even a 5%.
Well, that's well, then what you have to do, Wolfen, next time you go for surgery, tell the surgeon no reason to wear a mask because it's not going to protect you from anything.
I knew someone who had a virus.
It protects you from germs and bacteria, but it doesn't protect you from viruses. Viruses are a lot smaller in the molecular structure.
Okay, so you tell them here, I mean, don't wear a mask, don't wear that face shield because they don't protect
you have a
your viruses.
Strong immunity, okay?
Well, not only that, on top of that.
Hold on, Rena, what did you say?
If you have a strong immunity strain, there is no mask and a face shield. You know yourself that you can fight the virus in your body.
What? That you said
like me, I know that myself. I have a strong immune system, so I think I believe that I I will not take any vaccines for me because I
Yeah.
am normal.
But you know,
Maybe if I get the vaccines, I'm just only worried or scared about that. If I get vaccines, maybe it will start getting a virus for me.
In our state, Scott,
You know,
once they dropped the mask mandate and the social distancing, some people do the social distancing anyways, but the only time I see people wearing a mask is when they go in, when the ones that are paranoid, really, to tell you the truth, that are
well,
in
yes, this is a big help.
the store, but 75% are not wearing a mask, and our infection rate has dropped.
and
And
where you live?
I live in Tennessee.
All right. Let's just look.
I'm in Chattanooga, so I'm on the east
Okay.
side of Tennessee.
All right. And actually, let me check.
I mean,
Chattanooga. I know where
but,
Chattanooga is. I've been there many times, but
but listen, there's an
Oh.
if in there. There's an if, okay?
Mhm.
I have a friend, he works in the Memorial Hospital over here. It's Genesee or
Mhm.
and he's telling me the hospital is full and they have people
Yeah.
in the hallways. But here's the deal. He's telling me that 100% of those people sitting in there have not been vaccinated.
yeah, that's the
But
bottom
they all-
line. Is
But
the
they all will.
vaccinations actually do work. The science is now in. They do work.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Here's what he was telling me. He goes, every one of them came in with a mask.
Well, yeah, because they're sick.
Well, they came in with a mask, and then they were tested positive.
Mm-hmm. Well, here, no, it's here. If I tell you the temperature is going to drop to -20, right?
Yeah.
And you're standing out there in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. You're dressed like you're in the Philippines. They say, hey, tomorrow the temperature is going to be -20. Right? Now, if I hand you a small jacket, like the ones they wear in the Philippines up in the mountains, these little windbreaker jackets, are you better protected against the cold than if you just walked out there in your t-shirt and shorts?
Yeah, but that's
Oh no, that's the same thing.
No,
If you're in a car accident, are you better protected wearing a seatbelt or just having it sitting over on the side? Personal choice.
yeah,
You
it's
can
not.
choose not to wear. You can choose not to.
It's neither here.
Take
it's
the
neither-
jacket. You're still
neither
standing out
here-
there in shorts.
It's neither here or there because guess what? I had a buddy that got two compounds from the seatbelt, getting
Yeah.
caught in the seatbelt in a rollover.
Well,
And
here,
he and
so here, but back to Tennessee, right? Yeah, I mean, you only had what 5,000 new cases yesterday, just over 50, almost 5,200, 5,168.
you're right.
What they reported
I didn't
yesterday.
really back.
but that's all of Tennessee. Look how big Tennessee is.
Yeah, and most of them are on the western side of Tennessee. I can break it down by county. No.
Yeah, I'm just saying over here, but see over there, they got mask mandates in not Nashville, but Memphis, and
Yeah.
then they also have a higher population.
Like Chattanooga's still, their 7-day average is running up a little higher. Their daily counts pretty much leveled off over the last 3 days, but it hasn't gotten better. I mean, it's not like drastically dropping; it's just like leveled off. But yeah, when you get out to the east side, right, and especially when you get up, in the north. Right, let's see. Like White County, yesterday had 136% increase. And people are like, well, yeah, it's only 52, only 52, people. Yeah, 52 out of a county that only has 12,000 people. That's a big number.
Yeah, but also it's not about getting the virus. It's
Tony says I'm saying,
listen to
I'm saying that the vaccine lowers the immune system. Absolutely not. It doesn't lower the immune system. It adds to your immune system. Right here. Right?
Yeah, but
Tony, let me explain this to you very simply. Right? Walking down the street, if somebody takes a shot at you, right, they pull out a gun and they shoot you, right? Your body is bullet immune. Now, wearing a bulletproof vest adds to the immunity that your body has for that, bullet to kill you.
no, you're comparing.
No, this is how vaccines work. This is how vaccines work.
No, I'm just saying, if you're referring to the mask, you're just comparing oranges to apples, man.
Well, no, here. Like I always tell people, if you wear a mask, you're going to get carbon monoxide poisoning or carbon dioxide poisoning because you're just smelling your own breath. Then fine, tell your surgeon, next time you go for surgery, he's going to be in there for 4 hours. You don't want him wearing a mask because you don't want him passing out. You don't want, tell that to any medical person. But here, wearing a mask for 4 hours, is going to hurt you.
Scoot, I took 2 years of medical school, and I know the barriers of sanitation, barriers of sterility.
But like I tell people, I said, here,
I had my doctor tell me,
would you be willing to ride?
he goes, I'm going to wear a mask, but it's not really do anything.
Here, Wolfen, right?
What matters is I keep my hands in.
Wolfen, would you be willing to ride if I put a seat on the front fender of my Harley with no seatbelt, no helmet, right? No eye coverage, right? On the front of my Harley, and we'll take a drive all the way from California to New York. Now, as long as nobody pulls in front of me, nobody does anything stupid, and that you'll be perfectly, there's no bugs, you'll be perfectly fine. You willing to take that risk?
Marcella, I don't think so that you can catch the virus.
You're comparing apples.
Wait. Tony Krill, I agree. You still catch virus through eyes.
What does
I do a lot with that.
Tell me, what does gravity and velocity have to do with?
See, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the mask.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Velocity, momentum, and gravity is what kills you in a situation like the motorcycle.
I have three friends.
Okay. Listen, I'm wearing a mask. I'm wearing a mask on the front of the bike to keep the bugs out, right? Are the bugs stopping from going into my face and my eyes?
No.
There you go.
But this virus doesn't. But this virus doesn't infect you through your eyes. Right? Here. Let me put it this way. Right?
This virus
when people talk about, a mask doesn't work. Right? Now, if you take a thermal camera and you do a profile of somebody,
it's still the same, the mask and the vaccine.
And they cough, and you watch the exhale of their lungs into the atmosphere. You're talking
still get it.
6 to 9 feet that will go. Now, I don't care if you take a napkin hanging in front of their face, you're talking 6 inches. So unless you're, if the person's infected and they're within 1 foot or even 2 feet of you, right, and they cough, your chances of getting those things that they just, expelled from their body into your face, pretty low. Whole lot better than if they're not wearing a mask, where it's going to hit your face in like less than a second. Before your eyes will close, it's going to hit you. and you're going to breathe it in. That's why, you know, they say, yeah, masks actually do work. That's the science behind it. So, hey, Rena, you know, hate to run, but
Yes.
it's already 10 a.m. here, and I have, you know,
Yeah, we will end.
I'm putting new central vac in the house in a little bit, so that's my job for the weekend. So
Where you at? On the West Coast,
As a
Scoot?
healthcare provider, I have experience with like this.
no, I'm in Arizona.
So you're
Yeah, that's-
supposed to alert to the COVID. What happened with that? Are you?
You're on Pacific Standard Pacific time, right?
Thank you, Brother Scott Bay.
No, I think
Yeah,
we're on
then-
mountain time this time of year.
Oh, you got your hair cut.
No, I didn't.
Right
I
here.
got them all cut.
What you protect, Sister Mashala? What you protect? By your immune system
God bless,
or
Rena.
Take care, Scott.
Love
using the
you.
gadget there?
It's good debating with you, brother.
Take care.
Thank you again, Brother Scott Bay.
God bless.
What kind of protect you have, Mashala?
I saw his Biden Harris sign in the background. I'm like, that explains everything. Oh man.
It's healthy is the best. Of
Well,
course, it's healthy is the best, not really the vaccine, right?
I'll be truthful. I hold nothing against Scoot for that. What I just said.
Okay, brother. Working.
Oh, I froze up for a minute there. Yeah,
Just eat and make a strong immune system, our body. That is our protection, not the vaccine for me.
hey Bruce Davis, but hey, you know, Rena,
It's up to us.
it's
Up
not
to us. You know?
it's not one thing that's going to protect you. You got to
Yeah,
eat
because
right.
even the doctor, they are saying, even the professional or scientific, that they are saying that it's not really 100% they will protect you that vaccine. No, you still get it, but it's not too bad. Yeah, but you still get it. You know, so because persons who get vaccinated already, and then they will get a positive. Like, you know what I said? Just because they are in a label immune system, so it's not, you know, they are not going to die or blah blah blah. But if they are saying that's good. That is, if you have a low immune system, you will get more problem with that. Kind of breath,
Well,
you know,
the problem is
little bit.
people started wearing masks and they felt it's safe that not to wash their hands and they don't have to eat healthy and
Mm-hmm.
you know it gives them a false sense of security.
I go most all the time in what do you call that, in a market. I touch everything. I didn't wash when I get home. You know, I didn't really wash it. So I don't believe neither that, because I
Yeah.
know myself that I have a strong immune system.
You don't
Yeah.
wash your
I
hands.
for-
Okay. Now
I
listen,
forgot to wash.
My
your
hand.
mask.
I
Your
went,
mask.
you know,
Your-
I saw a lot of people, you know,
Yeah,
and
you know,
we are, you know, crossing all the time the peoples over here in Baguio. But he's still wearing a mask. But sometimes I cannot breathe. I put down on my a little bit you know, on over here the mask, because I cannot breathe with that. That is the problem, you know. They are ask you to wearing a mask, blah blah blah. But they don't care what if you breathe, if you can breathe very well, especially those who has asthma, you know.
yeah,
Doctors or people's governments they never think that, you know. They just thinking about their self, that you know, wear this, wear this, wear this, you know. Even the peoples have a problem for breathing, they are still asking for, oh, wear a mask, wear a mask, and wear a face shield. My goodness, they are not satisfied with the mask, and then they are asked for face shield more. What for? You know, they are killing you. For me, in my opinion only, they are killing you. You know, instead they will, you know, you are survived to the virus or pandemic like that. It's not, because they are killing you wearing a mask, wearing a face mask. How comes the ears uh, come into your nose so you can breathe very well or fresh, something like that? If they are asking wearing a mask or face shield, that they said it helps. Everybody are using a face shield or mask. Why we are still get the why the the positive is still increasing? They said that it's protect for us, but still increasing our problem. So how they can say that they are they protect us about mask or face shields? Every day 2,200 or what else? They are saying here that active positive, that we have 1,000 every day, something like that. So we are all wearing a mask when we are going outside because that is a protocol here in the Philippines.
In the
If you want to come in use with, you have to get vaccine. Yeah, I understand with that, Bruce Davis, because that is a protocol over there. I cannot go there without vaccines. That is the problem over the people. They will not respect your, they will not respect your decisions also. Just
here,
only for them their decisions.
here's the problem, Rena. You're going to have to get vaccinated, but you can't use the AstraZeneca, whatever it is, the Chinese or the Russian vaccine. You can't take that. It's not recognized here. Only Pfizer and Moderna. Only Pfizer and Moderna is recognized here in the United States, but mostly
Really?
Pfizer. They want everybody to get the Pfizer because
What about the Johnson and Johnson? They are not recognized there.
well, the Johnson and Johnson got recalled for a while because it was
Who is
having
that?
it's one shot, but they were having really bad side effects, like people peeling and blistering and.
Mm-hmm. But they do that in the Philippines. They never, I never heard that Johnson and Johnson's have a problem over here. Moderna and Pfizer, they are saying that there is a problem. But those who get Johnson and Johnson's, they are saying that was okay. They never get any,
Because
they never get any stroke or
they want you to get the Johnson Johnson because it's one shot and it's cheap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pfizer
But
works with the second shot.
Yeah, but it's worth for me that Johnson's for me. I think because there is no, they didn't say that was
Yeah, what I'm saying is they recalled it, and supposedly they re-released it because FDA re-released it,
Mm-hmm.
and the CDC certified it. But there's something about it. It was a bad batch or something like that. But
They are saying about, yeah, maybe that's true because
yeah,
that persons have a problem already from medication. You know what I mean?
take care.
They get a stroke. They get a problem from the Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, I think it's on an individual case.
Mm-hmm. It's up to the body.
I have not heard. I mean, I've people around me over 1 to 10,000 people that I know took the Pfizer because I was doing studies on the Pfizer from people taking it before I decided to take it.
Mm-hmm.
None of them had side effects. None of them had a problem. If they had a problem, it was a sore arm. That's it. Just like a little
Just
sore.
only.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a problem because you have a strong immune, brother Wolfie. What if to those who have a low immune system?
Yeah, and there's a cure for not getting a sore arm when you get the Pfizer, and that's you just got to go like that after you get it. They give you the shot, you go like that and get it all so it doesn't puddle. It
Mhm.
mixes up.
Just
And 15
just
minutes,
move only. Yeah. Just move
15
it. Don't
you walk
don't
right out.
stuck.
Yeah, they
Don't
make you
stuck. Don't move.
they make you sit down for 15 minutes to make sure
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting any immediate response to it.
Because I have seen that also. They are vaccinated and then they feel like numb their their arms or shoulder. They will not try to move it, so they got they got problem, and then later on they cannot move their shoulder or their shoulder, and
Yeah,
then they are
you
complaining
say,
that was from
tell
vaccine,
everybody, do the helicopter, man.
just because they don't know how to remedies, you know.
You, you gotta go 3 snaps in the circle, man.
Mm-hmm.
Vaccine working. No, to not get stuck your arms, brother, son.
No, or
Yeah, see, Bruce, that's about the common complaint I hear about it. Arms sore, like you got like when you were a kid, you got a booster shot. You always had to,
Yeah.
you
Just little bit in a one
little,
day.
yeah, about 3
But you
days.
need to exercise. I'm saying is to those who don't know, they never, move it because it's sore. They are afraid.
Yeah, my best friend, he's about 20 years older than me. I call him Pop, and he said, okay, when you go get the second one, you do this. Make sure you do this. No so harm.
Yeah.
Because his son, Alok, because they're Indian, his son,
You move all
Alok
the time.
got the shot. He said he had a dead arm for 4 days. He couldn't move his arm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, that is the problem. He cannot move the arms because he is not doing exercise.
yeah, he
you
said
know?
he said he no listen to me. He no listen to me. I tell him
Because they are afraid, because it's really sore.
20 times. Hey, people thought I was stupid, but guess what? People were walking behind me doing the same thing, walking out the door. I didn't wait for 15 minutes. I said, I got this. I have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to end up
After
going.
vaccine, in 1 minute, you will move it. Don't wait 15 minutes because it will be numb your children.
You got to move, man.
Will be a process.
Get all that vaccine mixed up and get, because it'll puddle up in the shoulder blades.
Just like this circle, or punch your wife. Did some brothers move my arm from Bruce Davis? Okay, if you're first vaccinated and trying to get vaccine, just move, guys. Don't wait until you get home and then you will not move it just because you feel it's sore already. Just because you didn't do exercise from the first time, so you will stuck like a stroke.
Yeah, I tease people. I told them, I didn't have no side effects. You know why?
Yeah, even Mike Roberts, I told him that, move your shoulder when he get vaccine from the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, you got to do the helicopter, man. You got to bring it all the way around. Woo! People think you're crazy, but it works. I did 10 forward and 10 backwards.
Yeah, you're right.
And people were looking at me. I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, you can still relax a little bit for a while and then do it again, until the vaccines work on the body.
Yeah, some guy that was I met
the vaccine it is stuck over here, so that makes problem for 4 hours.
In your shoulder blade, there's a cavity.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you room to move, and that it'll get up in there because there's water and all that in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets in there, it gets stuck in that cavity, and it takes longer to circulate through your system because you need it to circulate through your system. And then in all actuality, it takes up to a week, 7 days. What my doctor was telling me, it takes up to 7 to 8 days for it to actually start up your immunity to the virus. And that,
Big people did not do that whole thing.
oh no, you do it right after you get the shot. Right after you get the shot, you do it.
Yeah. Or else if they ask, okay, wait a minute, wait 15 minutes or 10 minutes, don't wait, guys, because
soon-
the vaccine is stuck here already. Never
Yeah.
move it.
Once they give it to you and they tell you wait the 15 minutes, go out in the open area and do the helicopter. As soon as they put that Band-Aid on,
Yeah. Within
they-
1 minute, it is
I
paid,
go,
and then
"Oh, no,
move it.
I just got to do something." She goes, "Oh, I never even thought to suggest that."
They never suggest really.
I go, "It works. It works." I did it with the first one I told her because my pop told me. He told me to do the helicopter
Mhm.
or the airplane or whatever he said it was, and
They will not teach you to move your shoulder. No.
so she was telling me when I came back, and I told her that, she goes, "Well, from now on, I'm gonna suggest that to people."
Yeah, of course. If it's better, why not? You can share it
Yeah.
with others.
If not,
Okay.
at least you get some good exercise out of it.
You can
Right.
still get sore with that for an hour.
I mean, I
Yeah.
gotta admit, I gotta admit, when right after they put it in there, it got a little sore, but I just did what he told me to do, and I was fine.
Yeah, it's help a lot when you move it. If you are making a like, oh my god, it's sore, don't touch, don't touch my shoulder, it's sore. You know what I mean? You already started making a trouble in your shoulder
Yeah,
later
you
on.
got to get it. You got to get it. You got to do it as soon as you get the shot, and once they put the Band-Aid on there, roll that arm around and try to get that Band-Aid to fall off, kind of thing, you know. And
And
it
then
worked.
they are complaining, I cannot move my shoulder.
I did.
Just because they didn't move from the start.
I did 10 revolutions clockwise, and then 10 revolutions.
Yeah.
in the
Tony.
No, but you know what?
Hello, Foster.
The lady that come out to give me the shot, she says, "I'm going to tell everybody that because I did not know if that worked or not." I go, "It works."
It
She
really
goes,
works
does
even me, if ever I'm gonna do vaccine.
because she said,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
the-
that makes sense." See, it helps to know a little bit about the human anatomy. 2 years of medical school. Yeah, I'm a medical school dropout.
Instead what do you call that? Hot hater or what do you call that?
Helicopter.
No, instead you are using the hot pad, you know, that is a more it's not good also, guys. You know.
Yeah, because there's a reason why the virus is in a cold in a -0 storage, because if you just put hot on there, it's not naturally getting used to your body temperature.
Yeah.
It needs a steady body temperature of what is it, 90, 98, or no, yeah, 98 is what we are. We're naturally 98.7. So it's becoming more and more active as it gets warmed up. Well, meaning it's coming alive. Because what they're really doing is they're giving you a dead virus, and your T cells are reacting to the T cells that are already provided by the dead virus, because the virus is alive, and they put plasma in there, and it reacts to the plasma, and the plasma naturally makes a T cell. causes the virus to do a T cell, and that's what they ship to you. They ship you the dead virus because they kill the virus and keep the T cells, and that's by freezing them. And then that's what they're putting in you. They're actually putting the virus in you. You don't know that, but they are. But it's a virus that was killed off by, the some other immune system. It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's complicated how they do it in a lab, but it's not 100% because not 100% can you guarantee that live virus is dead,
Mm-hmm.
And those are the people that are getting sick or get sick from the virus. And you get that from poor quality manufacturing, which China's got all the vaccines from China are no good. Some
Really, what brand's that? China.
some
Is it Moderna? Isn't it? Moderna is a virus. From China?
no, I think Moderna's
From US?
U.S. Canadian, but and
So
Pfizer,
you have a branch there from US,
yeah, Pfizer
Pfizer and Moderna. What about the China?
Pfizer is American made. Johnson and Johnson, American made.
So what is the price from the China?
I forget what it is. It's a weird name. It's AstraZeneca is, I think, Australia.
AstraZeneca. Australia?
I think it's Australia. I'm not sure.
Because mostly over here they will
Santec.
giving a
Santec is the Chinese. Santec.
Santa.
Yeah, Santec or something like that.
Never heard. We have a 7, right? Brand.
Yeah, there's 7 different ones out there, but the only ones worth a darn are the Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson Johnson. Those are the only ones I would suggest. I suggest Pfizer because I went through the Pfizer and I had no problems.
Mm-hmm.
No problems.
Just because you have an immune system, brother, is strong. Okay. Good. If you have a low immune system, then you will take the Pfizer.
Yeah.
It's a problem also.
And then Pfizer's going to be the first one to come out with the booster. What was Scoot saying? He's got his schedule for November,
Mhm.
October,
For the
November,
booster.
next month. I'm going to do mine about November, December.
Yes, but for the booster.
Yeah, just in case it does make me sick.
It is still recognized in the Philippines.
I don't like being
What do
sick.
you call it? Vaccine card? What do you call that? Vaccine card? I don't think so. If they're required.
The COVID manual, the helicopter.
Okay, brother. Thank you so much. We will continue again next time. My battery is going down.
To Bruce Davis, did it hurt right as soon as you got it? Or did it start hurting about a couple hours after? You got to ask these questions. See, those are the variables that nobody's exploring on any of this information. I mean, they give out false information without doing the study or gathering the facts. All I know is I did it right as soon as I got the shot. As soon as I got the shot,
Mhm.
they put the Band-Aid on. They said,
Just
wait
punch.
15 minutes. So I was like this.
Just do this. Circle and do this.
The helicopter. Woo, woo.
Just moving. Okay, thank you so much, Brother Wolfin. And we will end now our live streaming, okay? Because my battery is went down. So see you again next time.
It's good to
Thank
see
you
you.
so much for the chat. To those
Hey.
who's listening there.
Hey, go over to my channel and check out your
Okay.
your review video.
Okay, brother. Thank you so much.
I
will
was
check.
nice. I was nice. It's more like I introduce you to Rena Roberts.
Thank you. Thank you so much again, brother. So
I think
again, see you again.
I think I
Hmm?
made some comments, but I did some corrections to it because
No problem.
so don't take no offense to anything, okay?
No problem. Okay.
Good-
Again,
Mike,
see you again.
Mike already got a hold of me and told me about it.
Yeah. He is working right now. He's going to deliver some.
Okay, go over and
Okay.
check it out.
Okay, then. Thank you. We will end our live.